What's up, guys? It is Offensive Seahawks fan back with another video, and today is my Week 9 NFL recap. Thursday just ended. It was a crazy one, in my opinion at least. It's actually a pretty good Thursday game too. The Steelers took down the Titans 20-16. They had a nice comeback, and they took them down. For the Titans, Will Levis, definitely a downgrade from what he did the previous week, but I actually think he has shown a lot of promise. That pick at the end, it was unfortunate, but it happens. Derrick Henry, he was doing Derrick Henry type things. And then the receiving, it was weird. Kyle Phillips was the leading guy. And then it went to Hopkins, who didn't have a catch in the second half, I think. He had 11 targets, only 4 catches. He was getting kind of clamped up in that second half. Azeez Al-Shaair with 10 total tackles. Also want to point out that Treylon Burks, don't know what happened, but he got stretched off and he's in the hospital. So we'll see in the coming days what happens with that. But I hope for the best, because that was kind of scary. No sacks. Interesting. And then Nick Folk got 10 points. Kenny Pickett, he was kind of overthrowing some people at the start of the game, but then he also had some receivers just fall and just sort of drop some passes, so didn't really help him out that much, but it was enough to win. And Deontay Johnson scored his first touchdown in like 2 years or something. The running game was actually really good. Jaylen Warren, he almost scored a touchdown, just like a yard short. Najee Harris, this is like his best game he's had in a while, it seems like. If this running game can keep up, though, like how it was, it could be decent or great or something, just better than what it's been. Johnson, like I said, I think last week or the week before, whenever he came back, this dude's a absolute game changer when he's on the field playing, and it shows right here. He's been great since he's been back. No fumbles. And then Landon Roberts with 9 tackles. TJ Watt, Marcus Golden, and Alex Highsmith with sacks. 4 on the day total. And then Quan Alexander got the game-winning interception, which, honestly, for a second I thought it was a safety, but his right foot, hit in the end zone, so I guess that's what makes it not a safety. And then Chris Boswell with 8 points. I'm very surprised on how the Steelers are looking this year. That whole AFC North, it's looking really good, but I'm really surprised on the Steelers for the most part. Alright, the Frankfurt game just ended. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins 21-14, and I actually got up before the game started, so I have more of a thought in this game. Tua was missing people early. I don't even know what happened in that first half. It was just bad. Mostert got a touchdown in the third quarter. That last drive before the fourth down, he was cooking. He had a lot of big runs in the last drive, but mainly the whole game he had a lot of good runs. Tyreek Hill, he did good, I guess. That fumble 6 that happened, that was crazy. Waddle got hurt and kept trying to play. Cedric Wilson got the only receiving touchdown of the day, which was a good throw, but might have been OPI, I don't know. Tyreek Hill, Mostert, Tua fumbled, and Claypool and Sealer picked up fumbles. David Long and Javon Holland were your leading tacklers, and there were no interceptions, with Jason Sanders getting 2 points on PATs. Moving over to Mahomes. Chiefs got shut down in that second half. I don't know what happened, but Mahomes doing typical Mahomes things. Not as many passing yards as I thought. Pacheco, his stat line looks good, but his longest rush was 9 yards. He was just running it up the middle, and that's all. and just not really doing much. Mahomes had a few rushing yards. Longest was 16. And then there's receiving. Noah Gray was the leading guy. And all the way down here, Travis Kelce with 3 for 14. I mean, my opponent has Mahomes and Kelce in fantasy, so I'm glad this happened, but that's just wild. But Mahomes did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different guys the ball. Talk about spreading the ball equally. Mahomes lost a fumble. Mike Edwards picked one up. Trent McDuffie with 10 tackles. And no interceptions. Harrison Butker with 3 points. Yeah, that fumble 6, that was crazy. I'm going to guess it was this Mike Edwards guy that got it. And then pitched it to number 6, I think. I don't know who that was. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but that dude was fast. And here it is. Yeah, number 6, this guy right here. That guy was moving down the field. Cook, I think. Where's he at? Cook. Maybe it's not named Cook. I don't know who it was, but that was wild. Alright, the Sunday slate is done, and I'm glad I get to start with this one so I can just get it out of the way. I'm ashamed to be a Seahawks fan after today. I didn't expect us to win, but what the hell was this? I at least expected you to put up a touchdown, I guess. I mean, Gino was garbage today. That interception was bad. Running into sacks was bad. Running game was bad. Njigba actually had a decent game. Metcalf had 1 catch. Like, what were we doing? Gino lost a fumble. Wagner picked one up. So did Mafe. Mafe tied a franchise record with 6 straight games with at least a sack. So keep that up. Jordan Brooks was the leading tackler and nothing in interceptions. Myers got our only points of the day, and then Jason Myers was our MVP of the day and a dog, I guess. Lamar Jackson didn't throw a touchdown. Didn't have any touchdowns, but he was cooking us. It got so bad that Tyler Huntley came in, and he also threw a touchdown to Odell on his birthday, and his first touchdown as a Raven. And then this dude, Keaton Mitchell, cooked us. We allowed this much rushing on us today with our supposed good rushing defense. Yeah, where's that at? Mark Andrews was good. Odell was good. Likely was cooking us. Lamar fumbled twice and lost one of them. Odell lost a fumble. Broderick Washington picked up 1. Patrick Queen, 6 tackles. Got to us 4 times. Let's see. Odafe Owe got 1. Kyle Van Noy had 2 of them. Justin Matabuki, which I think is a safety, got 1 of them. Geno Stone with an interception on Geno Smith. And then Justin Tucker with 13 points. Only good thing I can say from this game is that Justin Tucker is on my fantasy football team. That's the only thing good I have to say from that. Alright, another NFC West team does nothing. Clayton Tune, in his first NFL start, does this. And was also the leading rusher. That's interesting. I didn't watch any of this. All I know is he got sacked 7 times. Marquise Brown, 4 catches. Clayton Tune lost a fumble. He was not good in his rookie debut, but he was facing the Browns defense. Budda Baker with 10 tackles, and then he got 1 total sack. No interceptions, no kicking, obviously. 460 punting yards. Good gravy. Deshaun Watson, he's back, and he had a pretty good stat line. The rushing, Kareem Hunt scored. It wasn't, all that good. They got yards, but, their carries didn't, how do I word this? Their carries didn't look good against the rushing numbers, that ratio, I guess. Amari Cooper lit it up, though. Njoku scored as well. Myles Garrett recovered a fumble. And, yeah, they had 7 sacks. Shelby Harris 1, Zadarius Smith 1, Dalvin Tomlinson 2.5, Grant Delpit half a sack, Myles Garrett, Jordan Elliott 1 sack, Taki and Ward with interceptions, and then Dustin Hopkins with a whole 9 points. This was game of the week. Oh my goodness, man. Baker, he looked good. He's bouncing back after not so great previous weeks. Rachaad White was cooking. Mike Evans didn't have a touchdown, but he had a lot of yards. Cade Otton went off 2 touchdowns. Otton lost a fumble. Palmer fumbled. Evans and Winfield Jr. picked up fumbles. Levante David with 11 tackles, and then the team got 3 sacks. McLaughlin with 13 points. And C.J. Stroud, oh my God, he got me 45.5 fantasy points. And I still don't know if I'm going to win my matchup this week. Rushing was kind of useless. Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, they all went off, man. This Texans team is very exciting to watch. They did have some fumbling, though. Schultz lost one, Stroud coughed one up, and Houston Carson picked one up. Blake Cashman with 10 tackles, no interceptions. Kaimi Fairbairn, he got injured. Had 4 points, though. So Dare Ogunbowale, I think a running back, came in and got 3 points. So that's cool. But, man, C.J. Stroud. Oh, I'm so happy to have him. All right. I will say this name right. Okay, get off my screen ads. Tyson Bagent. I think I said that right. Besides the 3 interceptions, it was kind of cooking. Foreman, he was productive. Bagent with 70 rushing yards. That's weird. Mooney had a good game. Komet with 2 touchdowns. Moore coughed one up. Bagent and Patrick had fumbles. Bagent picked one up. TJ Edwards, Jack Sanborn, 10+ tackles apiece. No interceptions, and Santos with 5 points. Derek Carr didn't look bad. Taysom Hill also threw a touchdown, because why not? He also led the team in rushing. Okay. Kamara had an off day. Chris Olave scored. Kamara stat padding in the receiving end, I guess. Juwan Johnson scored. Michael Thomas with no catches. That's weird. And Taysom Hill also got a receiving touchdown. Pete Warner and Paulson Adebo recovered fumbles. And Demario Davis with 10 tackles. Okay. Gotta remember to mute this stuff. Paulson Adebo with 2 interceptions. Marcus May with 1. Blake Gruppy with 6 points. Gruppy. I don't know if I said that right or not. This game was also very exciting. So, story here. Jaron Hall, I think he got a concussion, so he left. Then Josh Dobbs, on 5 days' notice of being with the team, led them to a freaking win. Josh Dobbs is last year's Geno Smith. Or this year's Geno Smith, I guess. He also led the team in rushing. I think Cam Akers did tear his ACL, so that sucks. Madison, he kind of had a productive day. Hawkinson went off. Addison, would like to see more, I guess. Mattison got a receiving touchdown. And Brandon Powell, a former Falcon, got the game-winning touchdown. So that's cool. Dobbs had a really bad start, though. 3 fumbles, lost 2 of them, recovered 1. Medalists also recovered 1. Hicks, leading tackler with 11. Byron Murphy with an interception. And Greg Joseph with 11 points. Hey, Falcons, listen. Keep starting this man. I know it didn't look that pretty, but keep starting this man. He gives your team a chance to win football games. Any team he's on, he gives you a chance to win football games. Keep Heineke in your starting lineup. And Desmond Ridder, you can glue yourself to the bench. Kiss the bench. That's where you're going to be the rest of the season. Bijan, I don't get why Arthur Smith hates Bijan Robinson so much. Like, I don't understand. They were, correct me if I'm wrong, they were at the 1 yard line at one point, and they didn't give him the ball one time. They gave it to Algier twice, I think, and Johnny Smith one, and they didn't do anything with it. Like, do you really hate him so much because you don't like fantasy? You're an absolute terrible head coach if it's just for that reason only. Jonnu Smith, second string tight end, he might take that first string tight end spot. He went off, averaging, 20 yards a catch. I almost said 10, even though it said 20 right there. Kadero Hodge had a productive day. Kyle Pitts doing what he can, I guess. 2 catches, -9 yards. That's weird. Robinson coughed up a fumble, and Street and Carter picked up one. David Onyemata and Nate Landman with 10 tackles apiece. And Younghoe Koo with 14 points. Good Lord. Okay, we got another NFC West team losing. Every NFC West team that was playing this week either scored 3 points or none and lost. Jesus, man. Brett Rippon started. He didn't do anything. The rushing was bad. Cooper Kupp, he needs to get out of LA, honestly. His career's being wasted there. Puka, he's kind of slowing down, but I think he can have a bounce-back game once Stafford's back. Rippon lost 1 fumble and recovered 1. Witherspoon and Shelley also recovered fumbles. Byron Young and Kobe Turner with 10 tackles each. And then have risk with 3 points. Hopefully I say that right. Jordan Love, judging by his stat line, I didn't watch a snap of this game. He looked good, I guess. Aaron Jones is back. I guess let him actually be healthy, Packers, and this happens. Jesus. Musgrave with a touchdown. And yeah. Not really like any explosive in the receiving. A lot of fumbles. Jones lost 1. Wicks lost 1. Jordan Love lost 1, or he fumbled, and Campbell picked 1 up. Owens with 8 tackles, and Anthony Johnson with an interception. Anders Carlson with 8 points. Nice. All right, time to scroll. Go away. There we go. This game was interesting, to say the least. Seattle's going to make Sam Howell look like Peyton Manning next week. Jesus, man. Brian Robinson was very productive. Terry McLaurin, just get a touchdown, and it's good. Jahan Dotson is shutting haters up. Like 3 weeks ago, people were like, this man sucks. How is he on a football team? And now he's had like 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games or something. I don't know. He is bouncing back, though. Robinson did lose a fumble. Jamin Davis with 9 tackles, and Jartavius Martin with an interception, with Sly getting 8 of the points. Mac Jones, still garbage. Stevenson, minus the 64-yard touchdown, didn't really do much, but he scored a touchdown on a 64-yard gain, so he looked productive today. Demario Douglas, whoever that is, cooked. God, these hiccups and burps, man. Juju was actually getting involved. That's weird. Hunter Henry got their touchdown, only receiving touchdown. And Godchow with a fumble recovery. I don't think I said that right at all. Juwan Bentley with 13 tackles. And then, Kyle Duggar with an interception. Chad Ryland with 5 points. Here we go. Panthers fans, how you feeling about Bryce Young? Anyways, Gardner Minshew, he didn't really do much today. Just really didn't do much. Jonathan Taylor is back, and I think they're starting to forget Zach Moss. Pittman was doing his thing. Jonathan Taylor with a receiving touchdown, and I think Josh Downs got injured with his knee. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, though. McKenzie lost a fumble. Shaq Leonard with 10 tackles. Kenny Moore had 2 pick sixes and then a Luby with an interception. Kenny Moore had more touchdowns than the Panthers receivers. That's kind of sad. Bryce Young's favorite receiver was Kenny Moore. I guess 2 catches, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jesus, Randy Moss of the defense. I'm only saying that because of that one Thanksgiving stat line that everyone knows. Matt gets 9 points. And then Bryce Young, you're just not good. I don't know if those picks wrong you, but you're just not good. At least right now. Rushing was kind of there. Hubbard, it looks like this is his backfield, and Miles Sanders is just back to mediocrity and terribleness like 2021. Hayden Hurst led the team with 54 yards, and then Adam Thielen with definitely his worst game of the year. Sucks. Chuba Hubbard fumbled, but I'm going to guess Chandler Wooten picked it up. I don't know who that is. Luvu, former Cougar, with 11 tackles. And then Panera with 7 points. Panera Bread. Oh boy, a game I was super wrong on, I think. I picked the Giants. I don't know. I think Carson Wentz is going to be a Giant within the week. Daniel Jones tore his ACL. You're not going to play Tommy DeVito the rest of the year. You're going to sign Carson Wentz or Cam Newton, most likely. Saquon, he shouldn't have re-signed. You just go somewhere else. Slayton led the guys, and Wan'Dale Robinson first touchdown, or only touchdown. Maybe that's his first touchdown ever. I don't know. And then Jalen Hyatt fumbled. Wan'Dale picked it up. McKinney with 10 tackles, no interceptions, and then no kicking. Okay. Maybe they went for 2, I guess. I don't know. O'Connell, he didn't do, anything. It was Josh Jacobs' show. Finally, Josh Jacobs does something for my fantasy football team. And then Jacoby Myers got a rushing touchdown as well. Trade Tucker with 2 catches for 52 yards. Just trade Devontae Adams. I don't get why you didn't trade him last week. You're still not going to use him. He's wasting his life in Vegas right now. He's definitely miserable as all could be. Stop being greedy and just trade him or release him. Let him go somewhere that's actually good. Spillane with 9 tackles, and also Crosby had 3 sacks. It's crazy. Robertson and Hobbs with interceptions, and Carlson with 12 points. All right, another great game. Dak Prescott, he actually good besides that final drive. I mean, when was the last time Dak Prescott's had a game-winning drive? Unless I'm just really stupid and don't watch the Cowboys enough, which I definitely don't, so I'm probably wrong. But on that last play, why wouldn't you throw it into the end zone? Why are you throwing it short of the end zone by 5 yards to Lamb? I don't understand that, but you do you. Pollard, I hate to say this, but he's not a starting running back. Last 3 years, everyone, including myself, were like, he should be a starting running back. Give this backfield to Zeke. Or give it to Pollard. They gave it to him, and he ain't doing that much this year. CeeDee Lamb was cooking. He didn't have a touchdown. Could have had a chance at the end of the game, but nope. Ferguson and Tolbert with touchdowns, and Kevontae Turpin with a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb lost a fumble. Prescott recovered a fumble. Clark with 11 tackles, and Aubrey with 5 points. Jalen Hurts, I don't know why, I just don't think he looks that good compared to last year. I could definitely be very wrong, though. Rushing was just not there. These longest yards aren't that good. Hurts and Gainwell, though, did get touchdowns. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith scored touchdowns. Both were cooking. Brown could not get 125-plus yards, though. Unfortunate. Swift fumbled twice, recovered one. Hurts fumbled and recovered. Blankenship and Steen recovered fumbles. Cunningham with 10 tackles. No interceptions, and Elliott with 4 points. Okay. Sunday Night Football. Before I recap this game, I counted how many times they mentioned Damar Hamlin. If I counted right, 8 times before the game even started, and then in total 19 times. Jesus, man. I'm not trying to sound like an absolute, like, just bad person, but that was like 15 times too much. That was ridiculous. Are you kidding me? I get, he died pretty much on that exact field. But you do not need to mention him that many times. I'm glad the guy's okay. But just shut up about it, honestly. Please. Anyways, Josh Allen did do a lot. I mean, his touchdown came in the last quarter. At least passing. He had a touchdown in the first quarter. Their rushing was just bad all around today. Diggs cooked. Kincaid, why'd you have to fumble, man? Why'd you have to fumble? I'm annoyed. Yeah, Kincaid fumbled. Poyer, Dodson with 10+ tackles apiece, no interceptions, and 4 points for Bass. As for Joe Burrow, he cooked the Bills all night long. Joe Mixon, minus the touchdown, not really much. T. Higgins cooked. Tyler Boyd did what he could. Tanner Hudson was, like, weirdly elite. And, like, only tight end scored receiving-wise. Ja'Marr Chase, minus that 32-yarder, had 3 catches for 9 yards. That is nowhere near Ja'Marr Chase right there. And then Nick Scott recovered a fumble, and then Cam Taylor-Britt intercepted Allen. And it might sound weird, but Cam Taylor-Britt kind of looks like the coach from Remember the Titans. At least in his like player picture, to me he looks like that guy. McPherson with 6 points. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!